Welcome to the video presentation on Introduction to Logistics. I'm Dr. Susan Jayaseeli Manuel, working as an assistant professor of College of Management, SRM IST Ramapuram. In this presentation, we are going to see about the Introduction to Logistics. The content on the video content is about logistics concept, the classification of logistics, the parties to logistics, the functions of logistic management, and the trends in logistics. Before going to what is logistics and why logistics is important, logistic management enables the companies to gain the clear visibility of their operations, improves customer relations, reduce the necessity of maintaining the excess inventory. And the concept says that it is initially a military-based term which is used by the military personnel to obtain, store and move their equipments and supplies. And it is also the overall process of managing the resources or acquired, stored and transported to the final destination. The duty of the logistic manager is to move the products from the point of origin and to the point of sale under optimum conditions. Now we are going to see the classification of logistics. There are three types of classification. The first one is the inbound logistics, and the second one is the outbound logistics, and the third one is the reverse logistics. What is inbound logistics? When the raw material is taken through the supplier to the point of manufacturing, you call that as inbound logistics, whereas outbound logistics, from the place of manufacturing, when the product is a complete finished product, it has been transferred to the distribution centers and it has been transferred through the suppliers to the customers. This is called as outbound logistics. Whereas in reverse logistics, if the customer feels is any damage in the products or he or she wants to replace the product, again the customer passes the product through the distribution centers, and from the distribution centers the product is again carried out to the warehouse and it is being reached again to the manufacturing plant. This is called as reverse logistics. Now we are going to see the parties to logistics. There are different types of parties to logistics, and 1PL, 2PL, 3PL, 4PL, 5PL, and now we have till 7PL. Here is an illustration of 5PL logistics, parties to the logistics and 5PL logistics. The 1PL logistics illustration states if a farmer who delivers eggs to a grocery store to sell, it is 1PL. The same farmer delivers the eggs from the farm to the grocery store through the courier, then it is a 2PL. So the farmer is using a fleet of truck, and he transports the eggs from the farm to the grocery store. It is three-party logistics. And it is 4PL, the logistic company that manages the three parties on behalf of the farmer, packs the product and deliver the eggs to the grocery store. This is 4-party logistics. And whereas a logistic company manages the farmer's supply chain from the place of production to the delivery, you call this the 5-party logistics. The next thing we are going to see is about the key functions involved in logistics. When talk about the key functions, there are main key functions. One is the network design, the second one is the order processing, the third one is the procurement, the fourth one is material handling, the fifth one is inventory management, the sixth one is packaging and labeling, the seventh one is warehousing and about transportation. Okay, the first one is about network design. If you see what is network design, locating the new facilities along with the distribution centers and along with the warehouses and to the production facilities. Now you can see the example over here. Here the local suppliers and the international suppliers are being accompanied with the production facilities and along with the distribution center. The same focus is there for the international products also. So this type of a collaboration that happens with the form of network design, you call as network. You call the design which is framed, you call this network design and logistics. The second process you call this order processing. Here is again an illustration based on order processing. The first one, it tells about how a customer has to place an order, and after placing an order the customer pays the payment successful, and finally the order has been received by the warehouse management, and then the item is being picked and shipped from the warehouse and it has been delivered to the place of order. And finally, it is being reviewed by the customer to know about the efficiency and success of the delivery. So this is called as order processing. So finally, the review tells whether the customer is happy about the product or not happy about the product. The third point is very important, is procurement. It tells about how acquiring is being done from the products and it is being delivered. So before acquiring a product from the place of storage, we need to have some different points. So before taking out the decision, the first one is to analyze about the budget and to know about the requisition from the customer side and to place a quotation based on that, to purchase the orders, to get the invoice, and then finally it comes to the delivery. So the procurement process is very important. And the next one is about handling, material handling. Material handling was done by human in those days, but today the trend is about AI. So there are different types of material handling. The categories of material handling or mechanized material handling. You can see the picture is about mechanized material handling, and the second picture tells about the semi-automated material handling, and the third one is about the automation equipment. So without the human, the machines have been operated. And the next one is about inventory management. There are different stages of inventory management, whereas the first stage tells about creating the items. The items are created as inventory in a warehouse, and then the purchase requisition is being created and the purchase order is also created, and finally receipts are being framed based on the order created, and then the invoice is made ready, and after the invoice the bill has been sent to the customer, and the next one is to pay the invoice and finally to transfer or to import the. So now the inventory is getting updated every day for the day-to-day process, and then finally the goods are being issued, is being sent to the issue, the goods which has been comes to written will come to the written. So it tells about stages of inventory management. Here you can see an example for raw material inventory where the oil, gas and chemicals. So this is a small illustration that you can see out in this video slide. And the next one is about the semi-finished goods. And you can see how the semi-finished goods are being. So each and every semi-finished goods are being stored in the warehouse. It has been acquired and it is being moved to the place of delivery according to the needs of the customer. So it is about the example of finished inventories that are being stored in the warehouse. And the next one is about very important thing is the packaging and labeling. The warehouse takes out the responsibility of packaging and labeling the products, and packaging and labeling shows you the packing and the labeling are done differently, and then you can see the customization in the packaging. So customization according to the product colors and all those things comes under packaging and labeling. And the next one we're going to see is about the warehouse. A very important part of the warehouse. A warehouse is to be maintained properly in a proper manner where the products are to be acquired and it's to be moved from one place to another place. So a warehouse logistics center is very important, and it's to be the place of delivery has to be very near to the warehouse, and it should be easily accessible by the delivery to place the point of origin and to the point of sale. The next one is about the transportation, and there are different types of transport. The first one is a multimodal transport, which is being used as a type of freight. So a freight, if there is is use of more than one mode of transportation to transport the goods from the supplier to the buyer. There are different types of multimodal transport such as road. This is about air, and this is about water. This is about rail. This is about road. And the final topic that we are going to see in this video presentation is about the trends and logistics. The top 10, the illustration what you see over here is the top 10 logistics industries trends and innovations. Today logistics industry has a marvelous change. So marvelous change has been with the new innovations in 2024. So the first one is about which you call as IoT, which is called as Internet of Things. The second one is about the artificial intelligence, and the next one is the robotics, the last mile delivery, the warehouse automation, the blockchain, the data analytics or the cloud computing, the autonomous vehicle and the elastic logistics. The first one, which you shortly call as IoT, is Internet of Things. It's a connection of the physical devices that monitor and transfer the data via the internet without human intervention. Means the physical devices are moved automatically without the transfer of or without the human intervention. IoT in logistics enhances the visibility in every step of the supply chain. It improves the efficiency of the inventory management. IoT technology into the logistics and supply chain industries improves and enables the efficiency, transparency, real-time visibility of goods, condition monitoring, and fleet management. And the next one, what we're going to see is about the artificial intelligence. AI algorithms combined with machine learning supports companies today. So it makes the companies proactive in dealing with the demand fluctuations. For example, AI-based forecasting solutions which is used in the logistics industry or the supply chain industry, it helps to find out the process and plans the supply chain process and finds a way to reduce the operating cost. The self-driving AI and the smart road technologies are affecting a positive shift towards delivery of service automation. So this cognitive automation technology brings the intelligence to automate the administrative task and speeds up the information intensive operations. This is the model of artificial intelligence. The third one is about the robotics. Today, robotics has increases the speed and accuracy of the supply chain process and reduces the human error. So, human error happens sometimes during because of the handling of materials, and so robots offer to reduce the human error and more uptime and increase productivity when compared to the human workers. So, however, robots do not take up the jobs of humans, but rather they collaboratively alongside them to increase the efficiency. So physical robots such as collaborative robots, which is called as cobots, and an autonomous mobile robots are available, which is called as the AMR, are used to pick up and transport the goods in the warehouses and it stores in the storage facilities. So software robots perform repetitive and mundane tasks that free up the times for the human workers. The next thing, here you can see the example of canonical robots which is being used as a collaborative for the human. So these types of canonical robots are or help with the human workers, offer assistance and enhance the productivity in logistic operations. These robots do not interfere or spoil the job of human, but they collaborate with the human workers. They offer assistance for the human to help or carry things or do the operations. These robotics pick, place and pack the goods in brief span while eliminating the potential human errors. This company, Canonical Robots, will be started by a Spanish company and it creates a collaborative facilities to the supply chain process. These cobots have been 6-axle joints that facilitate a wide range of flexibility and movement that mimic the human arm. The next concept what we are going to see is about the last mile delivery, the last step of the supply chain from the warehouse or the distribution center to the customer. This is often inefficient and also comprises a major portion of the total cost to move the goods. So it's defining the service in logistics as it is directly related to the customer satisfaction. So last mile delivery faces problem because of the delays or the dues that happens in the traffic congestions, the customer runs and the government regulations and delivery density. If you are ready to supply the goods and you are ready to deliver the goods, but you have to face certain problems in the last mile delivery, still the product has not reached to the customer. This creates a negative nonsense to that the customer service is not good. This happens during the last mile delivery. This happens because of the government regulations or due to the traffic conditions that you cannot happen. That you can take an example of Zomato food restaurants, that if they are stuck with the traffic, they are not able to deliver the food products in time. So these types of things are called this last mile delivery. And the next one is called this Mana drones. So this is an example for the last mile delivery. So Mana is actually a company. The company is a restaurant. It's a food company. So delivery of goods by drones solves the problem of traffic congestion. So the company, it's an Irish startup company. Mana is an Irish startup company. So what the company has done is, in order to reduce the traffic congestion in the last mile, so they created drones that have the capability to reach the remote areas. So during the traffic congestions and to the delivery, in order to reduce the delivery time and cost. So this drone delivery offers a service to the restaurant chains. So that is with the aviation grade fleet of delivery drones. So these drones are capable of flying at an altitude of 80 meters with 80 kilometers speed per hour. Here you can see the image of the Manot drones. The next function is about the warehouse automation. Warehouse automation increases the efficiency, the speed, the productivity by reducing the human interventions. They pick up the place technologies such as automated guided vehicles that you call as AGVs, robotic picking, and automated storage and retrieval SRS, and put to wall picking rates and increase the warehouse productivity. Warehouses require a combination of efficient automation technologies in order to control their operation logistic costs. You can see that the warehouse needs an automation. So in those days, human were being used for carrying out, so the efficiency level is not up to the rate. Now, in order to, human efficiency was not used, or the speed is not being increased because of the human carrying. But now, because of the automated vehicles and because of the automated storage and retrieval process vehicles, and because of the new automation that is being used in the warehouses, it increases the speed, it increases the efficiency, it increases the productivity by reducing the human intervention. So it is also efficient because of the automation technologies, and it helps the logistics company in helps the logistic company in order to do it, to boom the logistic companies. The next one, here you are seeing the adverb technologies of automated guided vehicles. The diagram that which is being shown in the image is about the automated guided vehicles, which is being delivered by the company which is called this Adverb Technologies. Adverb Technologies is automated guided vehicles. It's an Indian startup company. So this company, it works on a dynamo, and this AGV integration in warehouse helps in the automation of moving the goods. AGV substitutes the human labor for addressing the challenges regarding the process high volume of goods at scale. So this Adverb Technologies works on the dynamo for the transport of diverse roles in the warehouses. So Adverb offers a custom dynamo AGV with different guidance set systems, including the laser, wire and magnetic tapes. So in the dynamo, it requires minimum no human interference. So there is no job for the human being because of these types of AGV machines in the warehouses. The next concept what you're going to see is about the blockchain. Very irrefutable decentralized ledger system that addresses the traceability and the related challenges. This actually is a transparency of transactions that happens to the logistics process. Logistics is not in one place. It is a place from the point of origin to the point of sale to the customer. So when it is there, this blockchain shows the transparency of transaction that happens from the point of origin to the point of reaching the customer. So moreover, this blockchain is based on the smart contracts based on the blockchain technology for quicker approval and clearance by reducing the processing time and at the checkpoints. So logistic processes with the, here is an illustration which is being shown for the logistic process with the blockchain. Example, a manufacturer transports the shipments to the suppliers, logistics and the warehouse. A logistic operator records and operates all the records. Now you can see that the product is being transferred, it's been started from the factory, and then it is being sent to the customer, to the supplier, and then it is being sent to the logistics operator, and it is being sent to the long haul carrier, and either it is a long haul carrier or it is a short haul carrier, and then it is being sent to the warehouse, and then finally to the consignee or the customer. With this factory. We need to load the certificate, we need to load the batch numbers, we need to load the processed data, we need to load the shipment date delivery. Whereas when you start from the supplier place, you need to know about the packing list, the order number, the batch number, the production data. Whereas from the side of logistic operator, the bill of lading, BOL, the contracts, the shipment date, the description, all has to be noted. The next one, it's long haul carrier. If it is a long haul carrier, the delivery signature, the temperature, the shipment status has to be noted. And the next one is about the short haul carrier, routing the instructions, the pickup date, the packaging details, the barcode number, code, everything has to be noted. And finally, when it is being reached to the customer, the date of receiving, the invoice number, the customer ID, the delivery receipt, everything has to be known. So this transparency you called as the blockchain. The next one is about the big data and analytics. Big data analytics provide the actionable insights for improving the warehouse productivity, the performance management and utilization of logistical resources. This data obtained from monitoring the position, it will tell you about the weather and with the fleet schedules help optimize the routes to whether to continue with the progress or not. So it tells about the weather conditions and it tells about the analysis of the market, it tells about the inventory levels, it tells about the risk management that happens, and it provides about the insights that happen. It tells about the predictive maintenance, it tells about what happens in the future if the product is being taken from one place to another. So what are the hurdles that can be, everything can be analyzed through big data and analytics. Here is the transparency that we have kept here as illustration in big data in logistics. Then next, here is an example, a US based company which is used Nautilus Labs. So here they offer the AI solutions to help the maritime companies. So this company software, by using this company software, so you can know about the historical voice data. So at what time that the product will start from the place of manufacturing, when it will reach to the customer, when will it helps, what is the voyage data, so the prediction about the optimal speed, the fuel consumption, the cloud based platform, everything will be noted. So this is the job of this Nautilus Labs. So they offer this AI solution software in order to identify these types of predictions. The next one is the cloud computing. Cloud computing SaaS solutions for logistic companies allows for pay-per-use models. So this minimizes the risk and cost of maintaining the IT structures. So their cloud computing logistics helps the collaborate and they share the data in a secure way. So this cloud integration allows the data collection from the management systems to analyze an overall logistic processes. Here you can see the platform which has been there for cloud computing. The platform shows you the application and use of cloud computing, the platform and the infrastructure. So how the products, how the place of origin and the place of customer or the place of sale is being collaborated with the platform or with an application, how it is being monitored, how it is being communicated, how the finance is being transferred, the runtime, the object storage, the QA, the database, everything is being shared in one process that you call this cloud computing. The next one is the autonomous vehicles. Autonomous vehicles improve the vehicle safety and deliver the goods safely by eliminating the human errors while driving. So they increase the efficiency, the first and the last mile delivery, as they are designed to work all day and all night. So these vehicles improve the fuel efficiency by using the platooning technique for long haul routes, especially for the long routes. This type of autonomous vehicles are used in order to reduce the traffic conditions and the travel routes by taking the advantages of AI enhanced technology. Here is a company which created German startup company Spring. So this company started offered a product which is called the Spring X1, and it's an autonomous utility vehicle fleet for transporting the goods with a predictable intelligent system. So Spring's autonomous vehicles are equipped with the modular trailers designed for multiple applications. So Spring has brought a new revolution with AI in order to make the delivery faster. These modules are also called as customizable depending on the applications such as mobile lockers, food and cargo deliveries. Here you can see an example of autonomous vehicles. And the last one is the elastic logistics. Elastic logistics companies enables to handle the supply chain operations with more efficiency and during the periods of fluctuations in demand. So it helps you to know about the supply chain operations according to the market demand. So the main need of this elastic logistics is to know about the market survey, to know about the demand of the market, whether it is in the upscale or it is in the downscale. So this elastic logistics thereby tackle the challenges and facing the supply chain companies, including the underutilization of vehicles and the constraints that happens in warehousing and overstocking the products. So elastic logistics helps the companies to do more efficiency during the periods of fluctuations. So it is one type of concept which helps you to avoid the fluctuations during the demand for the products. So here is the video lecture. So before having a video end of the video lecture, I'm just revising what are the topics that have been taken over here. So we have seen first we have seen the concept of logistics, and then we have seen the classification of logistics, and then we have seen the parties to logistics. We have seen the functions involved in logistics at a big stream, and the last one, and the functions of logistics are being involved, and the types of transport are being shown in this video lecture. Thank you for listening to the video lecture. Thank you very much.